Hey, hello.
Hi guys.
This is Bulletstorm. It's fun. Very stupid, very over the top. I'm gonna give it a go.
What was it? Zach was like, he showed me a few, like, he was like, I'll just show you like a second or two of this game to show you what it's like. And then he unpaused it and immediately, what was it that the main character said?
I don't know. I don't remember, but probably like, blast that motherfucking spaceship shit. That's what this game is. And like, there was like 3 helicopters blowing up in the background. Explosion noises everywhere. I was holding a minigun. I was on a burning train.
And I want to specify, it was the instant Zach unpaused the game, he said something ridiculous. Just like, holy, like, I don't even know.
Fuck balls. It's less than a whole second. Freddy was like, okay, I get it. So this game came out, I think, like 2011. I don't think many people played it. I've never met anybody that knows what this game is. So
you aim with L2 and not with the R stick? Wow.
Well,
this game's terrible controls.
Oh, Freddy, no. Oh, actually, speaking of controls, I need to... So, they, crouch is L3. Mm-hmm. It's not on a toggle. Then melee is circle. And run is X.
So, actually terrible controls.
Yeah. I can swap it a little bit to make melee where it should be at R3.
And crouch at 0.
Yeah.
I mean at circle.
Yeah. Run is still at X. It's very awkward feeling, but I'll get used to it. So yeah, it's interesting. It's run and gun, arcadey, because the point of the game is to get like colorful kills. Like you need to do it a certain way. And you get bonus points for it, and you can spend those points on upgrades on your weapons, and it's a mess of a game.
You're in space?
I'm in space, yeah.
Murder boner.
He's stroking a murder boner.
So he gets turned on by killing people?
Yes.
Is that the main character or that guy?
Serrano is the enemy of the game.
Okay.
It's weird because everything about this game screams like it's like the most generic, like over-the-top, vulgar action. But I actually really enjoyed the story.
Is it more or less vulgar action than Duke Nukem Forever?
See, I've never played Duke Nukem, but the funniest part about this,
alive?
Yeah, yeah. So it's funny that you mentioned Duke Nukem because there is, I think it's technically DLC within this game where you can play as Duke Nukem because they're similar enough from what I can tell. As I said, I've never played Duke Nukem, but it's...
I played a little bit of the original Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Like
apparently it's strangely similar.
But, like, the original Duke Nukem was good. Mm-hmm. Like, they did this whole formula of, like, really vulgar, like, action, like, hero or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, really well. And then, like, when Duke Nukem Forever, like, was announced, everyone was like, dude, if they do this, like, they did, like, back in the whatever is when it came out, this game is going to be great with, like, the updated graphics and, like, upgraded, like, gameplay and whatever. And then it came out and everyone was like, this is the worst. I hate this.
Yeah, I've never experienced them, but, like, I know they have a sort of following that people who like them very much like them. People call Duke Nukem a classic. Would you agree to that?
The first one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you fix things by hitting it.
This game is over the top. I'm really excited that we're playing it. As I said, I played it a lot when I was younger. Came out like 2011, and they re-released. I got a story for you. They re-released this game on the PS4.
Okay.
And they call it like full clip or full reload version. I don't know. Guess how much it was when it came out?
When it came out, like originally?
When they re-released it. on the PS4.
What, like 40?
$80.
80? What?
Guess how much I bought it for today, which is less than like 3 months after it came out. 20. That's
wow.
That's to give you an idea of the caliber game that we're playing. Like I said, I fucking love this game. It's
$80?
$80. I wanted when I saw that it came out. I'm like, I am so fucking down. But I even thought about talking with you, being like, hey, do you wanna
go have some?
Right, but even there, like $40 for this, I don't know about that. So here we are, $20 later. I'm happy.
Have you heard about the whole Destiny debacle that's going down now?
I have not. What's going on?
So some people found out that Bungie is purposely manipulating how much XP you get. So essentially what they did was if the system recognizes that you're getting a lot of XP in a short period of time, so like if you're doing like public events and then like raids and then like PvP like all in one day or whatever, then you'll get essentially 5% of the XP that you should have been getting.
Wow.
But if you do it like over time, then you're going to be getting the amount that you would normally would get.
Wow.
So it's like a lot of people are really pissed.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Because like obviously Bungie did it for the sole reason that's like if we give the people the same amount of XP who play a lot, then they're not going to be buying like doing the microtransactions.
Exactly.
And those are the people who want the microtransactions the most.
Yes. That's fucking nuts. I feel like we're going to have like a revolution of games because obviously there's that I haven't even heard of, but the EA situation with Battlefront 2, there's no way if you're a gamer you don't know about this yet. But to put it briefly, just to summarize, we're going to charge like obscene prices to play certain characters in the new Battlefront, which, you know, to me that's unnecessary. I feel like in-game purchases should be purely cosmetic. Overwatch does it good. They're cosmetic. They're not going to give you any sort of advantage. This is supposed to happen, by the way. I'm not bad.
I was going to say, you're not doing very well.
Yeah, so Overwatch is the best example to look at because it's purely cosmetic if you're going to pay for anything. It will not give you any form of advantage. You aren't getting a better weapon, better skills, nothing. It's, you know, cosmetics, skins and voice lines. Mm-hmm. So EA kind of like pushed it a bit too far the other way where you have to pay. I mean, you can easily...
No, you can play the game and unlock everything. Yeah. The thing is, to unlock one hero would approximately take 40 hours.
Yeah, for one hero?
One hero.
Yeah.
And like, I think they said that like to unlock every single hero, it would take like approximately like 400 hours of gameplay without microtransactions. And I think like I'm not 100% sure, but I think the last hero you unlock is still Vader.
Yeah.
So if like, say like you're this 13-year-old kid or whatever, you ask your parents for money to like, you know, it's like, oh, I really want to play Darth Vader, but it's not like I can't play him because I have to pay money for it. And then the parents are like, no, I'm not gonna give you money for a game that I already bought for you. That kid won't be able to play Darth Vader until like 400 hours later. That's ridiculous.
Kids don't even have the attention span to play a game for that long to get to that point.
Like, my most played game in modern history is Overwatch, and I haven't even played that for 400 hours, and that's been out for over a year.
Yeah? Shit, what's the longest game I played? I know there was a game where I put obscene amount. What game is it that we've played so much? Because I know that there was a game that I had like 500 hours in. I did the math. Shit, what was it?
I know John had like a ton of hours in Animal Crossing. And his Animal Crossing on the DS.
Oh yeah.
He had like somewhere around like 600, 800 hours. But,
well, either way.
Or, you know, like that's a lot of time.
It is, really. But if it's a game that you are enjoying enough, and that kind of game, it's like, from what I understand, you can actually, like, just kind of, like, live in that game.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lively game. Whatever.
It's kind of like a life simulator-esque game.
Right, I think that's what I'm going for. By the way, this is happening like 3 years in the past.
In our past, or those future games past?
In the future games past. So this is Days of Future Past of Bulletstorm. They really try to, give you a sense of like heavy backstory. There is a sense of character, motivations, and everything. It's there, but it's a bit generic. I don't know, like double crossings, like the super evil military general who wouldn't stop at anything to succeed. I don't know. It's all the voices too. Like they're very like rough and military-esque, but they're like generic. I can almost not distinguish the voices from each other.
One other thing that I like, a really good point that I saw some guy bring up about the whole Destiny thing, is like you know how people can pay to get the XP boost?
Yes.
The people who did that just got 100% cucked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, even if because what does it say? You get double the amount of XP?
Yeah, double XP on certain events.
So that means that if you're only getting, like, 5%,
yeah,
then you'd only be getting 10%.
10%. I bought those not with IRL money, but with in-game currency that you can pay for cosmetics or the XP boost. I'm like, I don't really care at all for the skins on my character that I can't see. So I only use on those. I feel a little cucked, even though I didn't spend real money. But I can imagine people being very upset if they put money into that.
And apparently, there was this like whole promotion that like Bungie did with like Pop-Tarts and I think like Doritos, with like if you buy these Pop-Tarts or like Doritos or something like that, there's a code in the box
to give you
that gives you XP boosts. So it's like some people would buy like these things specifically for the XP boost, and then there's like this guy was talking about how he knows people personally who don't live in the States, so they don't have access to Pop-Tarts, so they would order Pop-Tarts.
Oh my god.
To get the XP boost.
That's expensive. See, it's crossing over to the unethical realm where you're putting in a lot of physical money, and there are these regulations, I've been learning about them in business, where they don't allow you to make the kind of pricings on things. It's hard to explain, but to sum it up, that's a scam and it's actually illegal. But they can't really get prosecuted for it because there's no evidence. You're still getting some form of bonus out of it. Yeah. So therefore, they're not being completely scammed. It's messy though. And that is very messy.
The way that Bungie handled it was like they put out a statement being like, yes, we're working with the XP game thing, and like we're not happy with it right now.
Oh, please.
They did that thing where it's like, oh, we're not happy with it right now, so we're working on it. We're changing some stuff or whatever, and then like they said that they changed it, so it's like, you're not gonna get your XP stolen from, or at least as much or whatever.
Right.
And then after they did that, like people we're like, okay, we don't trust Bungie, so we're gonna test this. And essentially, what Bungie did, they just made it so the XP requirement to get like the loot boxes essentially was raised. So you're essentially putting in a same amount of work
to get the same amount of return. That's scummy. That's to the point of unethical words. Unethicalness. That's not a word.
It's not a word, but
you
I think
get exactly what I mean.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know, especially like recently with the whole Bungie and EA thing. Yeah. It's just like, no one liked microtransactions before.
Exactly.
And now it's like it's just like these companies just keep on just
churning them out.
Yeah.
And remember when I was talking all about those mobile games?
Yeah.
And talking about them, obviously microtransactions are a big part, but like they have a system of getting people, and there's millions of hours and dollars put into research on how to best. Do you like that? Yeah. Do you like that? How to best get people to pay in the app. And no matter how many people will look at it and be like, wow, that's super scummy. I can't even believe that, you know, anyone would spend money here. They still are the most profitable that way. It's same with all these games. Like, as much as people would hate microtransactions in them, and if they did create a game without any microtransactions, people would be happy and buy that game, but they would still make a lot less money. So they don't care.
Didn't microtransactions in like these big games come from mobile gaming? Because that's how mobile gaming would get its money.
Probably. I wouldn't be very surprised.
Because it's like, you know, most mobile games are free.
Yeah.
But in return, they have microtransactions.
Yes.
That's how they gain money.
Yeah.
While, like, you know, games on consoles and PC, they used to not have microtransactions because there was the initial fee that you'd have to pay.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how they would make their money. But now, like, I think, like, these companies were like, well, why not do both? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Do you like that?
Oh, did you kick him in the balls?
I kicked him into the shocks.
So, when you kick him, they go slow motion?
Yeah, if anybody's in midair, they go slow motion. Whether I use a weapon that I later get to pull them into midair, or if I kick them.
Is that the physics of this universe, or just the technology?
I'm pretty sure it's just the game. I don't know, dude. But this game is, like, as fucking ridiculous as it is so fun. So satisfying to play.
Yeah, like,
Peace.
do you remember, like, a few months ago, how, like the Overwatch channels covered how, like, in China,
Yes.
they're not
They had to release the odds of getting a certain thing in the loot boxes.
Yeah, because it was considered gambling, or else,
Yeah.
like, they wouldn't be able to,
Yes.
like, do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting to that point. Like, when that story first came out, it's like, oh, China. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not, like, because for Overwatch, like, I do believe for Overwatch it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
I would prefer if it wasn't a thing.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's not that big a deal.
Right, because they're cosmetics. You
yeah,
can't get a leg up in them.
It doesn't affect
like
gameplay, so I was like, oh, China, it's not that big a deal. Like, I understand that for, like, other games, for Overwatch, you know, it's no effect on gameplay.
Right.
But, like, now it's just getting to the point where I'm just like, I understand them now, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I know exactly why they did it.
And in the other games where you do actually get better weapons and everything, you get an advantage, and it's just unfair. I hate play to win, because there are people who are willing to spend hundreds of bucks inside of a game that they already paid for to be better. I mean, I like games where your skill can kind of speak for itself. If you don't have a lot of skill, maybe you don't play in them higher tiered, you know, rankings or whatever. But to just sink some money in to make yourself better, it's unfair.
One thing that I really like about Nintendo and Smash Bros. There's, like, you know, there's the unlockable characters, and they could go the EA route.
Yeah.
You know, being like, oh, you can play these you can buy these characters.
Right.
But it's like, for example, in Smash Bros. Brawl, the last character someone usually gets is Jigglypuff.
Is it?
Yes. Because normally, like, the way it's advertised is, oh, you can only unlock Jigglypuff after playing, like, I don't know, like, 10 hours of the game.
Yeah.
Which isn't that much.
No, not at all.
Especially if, like, you're
really into the game.
really
anyway.
into Smash Bros., which a lot of people are.
Yes. People who care enough to get new characters, you know, are into that game.
And it's just like, it's just sort of the thing where it's like, you know, if you play the game that's not a big deal.
No.
Because 10 hours is nothing, and if you don't play the game, then you're not gonna... Like, it's sort of like that balance where it's like, if you don't play the game enough, then you don't really care that you're not getting that one character.
Right.
But if you do play the game enough, then you're, like, definitely gonna be getting it. It's like a no-brainer.
Exactly.
But they also had a secret way of unlocking her through the story mode.
I vaguely remember, because I don't know. I remember that you would have to, it'd be like, ooh, new challenger approaching, and you would have to defeat them in battle.
Well, I mean, that's just always.
Yeah,
Like, even if you do the 10 hours played or whatever, I don't remember exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Then you'd still have to fight them.
Right.
But it's like, Smash Bros, like, Nintendo could have been like, okay, you could, for Jigglypuff, you could pay like $5 and unlock Jigglypuff.
Earlier.
But instead, they're like, okay, we're not gonna...
The fuck is shooting me?
We're not gonna make the requirement that large. And for the people who aren't that into the game, but still want to unlock Jigglypuff, here's an alternative way to unlock Jigglypuff.
Right.
But it's secret. So you have to find it out,
Exactly.
And it's
you still have to put in
yeah,
an amount of playtime.
and it's like, and then when you unlock it, you still get that sense of satisfaction,
right,
that you would have gotten it from playing the game for that long. Because if you like spend the 10 hours and then the new challenger approaches, then you're like, oh crap, it's like we unlocked Jigglypuff, and it's like really hype, and it's like a sense of accomplishment. But like, if you don't want to play that long to unlock Jigglypuff, or like, say even like you're a Jigglypuff main, and you don't want to play the game for 10 hours before you get to like play your character, then there's still the secret way of doing it, and then you still get that same sense of accomplishment. It's a different sense of accomplishment because you're not doing the same thing, but you still get it.
It's still there, yeah.
Instead of just being like, oh, we're gonna make you pay for it. If you want it earlier, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And like, and this day and age of like microtransactions and DLC, Nintendo isn't giving in.
Yeah.
Like,
and I really do.
At least for the most part.
Yeah.
Because for Breath of the Wild, there is paid DLC.
That's already a fucking gigantic game. So.
Without the paid DLC, it's not like what a lot of games do, where like they release like half of the story, or like half of the game, and then
Destiny.
Yeah, they release half of the game, and they're like, "Don't worry, we'll fix it later." Breath of the Wild is
a complete,
amazing, like maybe game of the year level game without the DLC.
Exactly.
And then they're like, we realized that a lot of people like this game that we made.
So here's bonus content.
Here's more if you want it, But like, if you don't take account like Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2 and ARMS are like their online, it's their online multiplayer game, and everything in those games. There's no microtransactions at all, and every single update is free. Kind of like with Overwatch, where all the updates are
if
free.
they release anything new, they'll just give it to you.
But it's like, for example, for ARMS, they could have easily put in microtransactions. Because like, there's this whole thing where you have to unlock certain arms.
Yeah.
And then like, it takes time because you have to like play the game, earn in-game currency to then do a mini-game to have the chance to get the arm that you want. And they could have easily just been like, you could do that.
Yeah.
Or you could pay.
Exactly.
But they didn't. And they realized, like, they got a lot of feedback from the community being like, we don't like playing this game for so long for the chance to get an arm. So they took feedback and they're like, okay, we're going to add this new system where if you get these certain achievements that we're putting in the game right now, then you get currency.
Right.
So it's easier to get currency to do the mini game to get the arms. When instead you just had to like grind, you know? But now it's easy because you could just go for those achievements, get a ton of currency, and then do the mini game. And then that's just like, Nintendo's just always finding a way to like circumvent doing those sleazy
the popular
things.
thing that's very sleazy. Yeah. So as soon as this cutscene's over, we should stop it.
Alright, that's fine, yeah.
But, so this is the game. It's vulgar, it's too much. We are gonna play more. It's a ton of fun. And it only gets worse. Like, I know I've been hyping it up, saying how bad it is, but, like, when you start to see some of the other kills that I unlock in, like, the beginning of the next episode,
yeah,
you'll understand.
The next one is the one that I was watching you do earlier.
Yeah,
right?
that was, like, the end of that chapter.
Okay, yeah.
And the story in this is actually interesting. Like, sure, it's generic and schlocky, but there is something, there's actually emotion. It sounds so weird to say with these kind of characters, but it's like, there's like a relationship between these two guys right here where, like, one of them made the other go all in and commit to, you know, a huge decision, and then he tried to save his life, and he's all robotic now. He got fucked, and that's completely his fault.
Is it me, or does the main character just like shirt all those like details? Mm-hmm. Is it a texture, or is it actually like, did they
polygons?
Yeah, or are they actual polygons? Because they look like they're just textures.
It looks like it, but I'm pretty sure those are individual polygons. I don't know.
Like, see the front of his shirt? It looks.
I think those are textures, but there's a few bells and whistles sticking out of it. Okay. We're gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Very good stopping point. Talked a lot about scummy video game companies who are milking us dry of every dollar that they possibly can. Make sure to smash the like button if you think that games should be cheaper and there should be less scum involved in getting the content that you deserve when you pay for it. Mm-hmm. Also, tell your friends this game. Maybe you don't want to spend the low price of $20 to experience this, but you enjoy watching it. Maybe tell your friends. Maybe they will too. Just get out there and just tell everyone.
Yeah.
Make them watch us.
All right.
And with that, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.